So, I like technologies here. And one of the technologies that's being presented here, I'm sure you've seen a large TV as much as more than 100, 200, or even 300. But this is somewhat different in a sense. So, the first ever 165-inch folding micro LED TV is now on sale. So, let me show you here. So, the first ever folding micro LED TV. So, it's big. It's bigger than a person. And what's interesting here is not just a typical TV here. It folds. So how does it fold? So let me show you the video that they have here. So you can see here. And you know how much it's worth? It's worth $400,000. Okay, so it's not cheap. 20 million, more than our house. But you can see here, how advancement of technology has gotten us this far. So you can see here, it opens up. So it has 5 panels here. So you can tuck it away underneath your flooring. Then it would open up when you need it. But one of my key issues here is, how's that going to work if you need to attach several devices? Like, let's say you want to play with a console there. Obviously, aesthetically, it looks nice because of its, what do you call this? Of its minimalism. But it's going to cost you a lot. So, I don't know. But, we're getting to a point that the future is coming slowly but surely, that we see more and more technologies that, we used to see in movies and films. It's now being shown, worldwide. Let's see the videos here. There you go. So this is not a CGI film. It's an actual location. But the question is, how are they going to build that one? It's going to be like a nightmare for construction workers. You could just imagine them building it within the house. So it looks nice if it's tucked in, but how are you going to integrate the other devices here in terms of sounds devices? You can just imagine it's not going to be what do you call this? It's not going to be light. You cannot buy it and carry it on your own. You need someone to install it for you. So, but it looks nice, right? I wish I had it in my house, but it's too impractical. You could have bought a new house already with that amount. Anyway, so going back, as I mentioned, it's not going to be cheap. And just the details on the device as mentioned. So it's called the M1 4K. It's a 165-inch TV, as I mentioned. So it's made by an Austrian outlet company called CC. They cater to high-end, displays like this one. Actually, they have a bigger one, I think, right? But it's the first one that they're offering that has folding technology here. So it's costing $500,000. That's 20 million pesos for those who are trying to consider if they can afford it. And if you can afford it, you have to consider the cost on top of it. And imagine it, if it were to break down, how are you going to fix it? And if there's no power, how are you going to activate it, and so forth? You can just imagine the problems that you're encountering. But it looks nice, right? And as mentioned here, it stands around 7 feet. So it's a big TV. Taller than an individual, unless you're a basketball player and so forth here. Now, obviously, the technology that they're providing is something that maybe they could integrate on a smaller scale if you have a limited space at your home, and if they can make it more affordable. And you can see here that, not just relying on LED technologies, but micro LED is another way here. Anyway, those are some interesting devices that we'd like to see sometime in our own houses.